Hey guys, so I know it's time to move forward, and we have a new president now, and it's been um, two presidents since President Obama, but it's still some unanswered questions that I have as being a black woman that voted for him 2 terms. I'm a Republican now, but my question is why? Why would a black man who is married with 2 daughters come into the White House like that and push that LGBTQ agenda so strong? I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't. I don't. That's what I don't understand. When Clinton was president, y'all, I don't. I don't. I was young. I do not remember us having a battle with men trying to go in the women's restroom like that until he became president and made it. Signed it into law. Nobody was on that. When you think about it, nobody was on that. Like we okay, we know people gay, we accept transgender, we was accepting that, but nobody was pushing for them to come into the restroom with the women. Why would President Obama, come in there and push that like that? A man that's married with 2 daughters on himself. Why would he come in and push for the men to walk in the restrooms with women when you have 2 daughters? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. He was a plant or something? What was his agenda? Why did they put him in there? What did he do?
So I was only told I was black by Democrats. This is how they do. This is what they do, people. Open your mind. And it's a betrayal of your blackness if you really are of African descent. Because what they've done is catapulted you into a monolith. And so there's a dependency through policies. Democrat policies frequently position themselves as solutions for black Americans, when in fact, it perpetuates dependency. Abortion, underfunded education system, urban blight, ghettos. I mean, Philadelphia is the same ghetto it's been for the last 70 years. And yet black folks in this caste system voted for someone based on their promises and the fact that they're black. And we have a whole bunch of people out there, pastors, they call themselves pastors, I call them hirelings, that will deceive black people into believing that they're going to somehow be advantaged.
Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Warriors, we got to talk about this obsession of the Democrat Party with skin color. They are obsessed with skin color. That's what we'll be talking about today on Chat With Me, Linda B. All right, Warriors, you know what to do. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, select all notifications so you never miss the video. Stick around to the end. Let's go. All right, Warriors, I was thinking, Democrats sure are obsessed with blackness, skin color, using the divide and conquer. That's what they do. And then I thought about it. This is the same party of the slave owners, right? Slave owners formed the Democrat Party. And then they used certain black people by giving them positions of authority and giving them certain awards and incentives. But it caused distrust between that group of black people. And a lot of times these black people were overseers. They made sure that the work got done and they were distributing the punishment. Okay, let's not forget that part. And there was distrust between that group of black people and the other black slaves. Okay, and they were slaves too, but they were given more incentives than the other slaves. Because the reason that Democrats, the slave owners, did that was because they did not want the slaves to unite and form like a rebellion. Okay, because when you're united, you can do that. But when you are divided, you cannot. So that is the old divide and conquer that they were using back then, that now they are using between black and white Christians. Okay, because most black Christians still vote Democrat by way of these crooked jackleg bootleg preachers that are working, they are hirelings for the Democrat Party, i.e. Jamal Bryant, i.e. O.C. Allen. But the one that sticks out the most to me is Jamal Bryant. He literally is promoting everything that the Democrat Party promotes, which is not of God. And he does it because it's not a true pastor. And black and white Christians are looking at each other like, You know, black, as I was in that group, looking at how could you vote for Trump? They must be, you know, some kind of way racist or whatever. That's what they wanted, the divide and conquer. See, this is a spiritual battle that we're in, and they're looking like, okay, we got to divide them up. They can't be united. They can't be united. Democrats use black people to subjugate other black people. You can look at people right now in the Black Democrat Party. I'll give you two. They're older than dirt. They might have been around when Moses was around. Maxine Waters and James Clyburn. Maxine Waters is over the 43rd district in California. Her district is a significant portion of her district lives below the poverty line. Why is that, great auntie Maxine? Why is that? Why does a huge portion of your district live below the poverty line, and you allegedly are a multi-millionaire, and yet you make under $200,000 a year? You allegedly live in a $4.6 million mansion, paying your daughter allegedly. See, that's what I'm talking about. They get these incentives. She's black. Her constituents are primarily black or Latino or something like that. And then they looking at her like, oh, she's black. She's gonna, and you know, there are other things that go on in the Democrat Party that I won't get into that in this particular video. She's been in her position since the early 90s. And the woman is 87 years old and allegedly a millionaire. Yet a significant portion of her constituents are living below the poverty line. Then you have James Clyburn. Oh, let me go back. Let me go back to great auntie Maxine. She founded this group, the Congressional Progressive Caucus. One of the themes of the Congressional Progressive Caucus is economic security. But yet, just like I told you, a significant portion of her constituents live below the poverty line. So how is that economic security? See, this money, this dark money, this USAID through these NGOs, this is a lot going on. And these politicians, these black Democrat politicians, are allegedly pocketing a lot of money. Then we've got James Clyburn, who's representing the 6th congressional district in South Carolina. That is the area of Beaufort, Charleston, and they did a lot with this redistricting. Oh, they did a lot. They went and did all kinds of twists and turns to come up with a majority black district. Oh, by the way, he's been in that position since the early 90s, and he's 85 years old. See, these people are older than dirt. Yet, he's black, his constituents are black, and yet 8th graders, 61% of them cannot read or write at grade level. 75% cannot do math proficiently. And others are horrible, get a D or failing grade when it comes to history or the US Constitution. But yet, he's black and he'll have a fish fry every now and then. Oh, he good for a fish fry. Oh, yes, so if you like you some fried fish and that's all you want, then he's your man. And I don't know about his net worth, but Maxine, great auntie, looking like Mother Jefferson, oh, that heifer is allegedly paid. So the Democrats, skin color, and that fake black woman that they put up after Joe Biden could not even give a good debate performance last year in the month of June. She's not black, people. Yes, and if you look at Barack Obama and know about his history, he's not an FBA. He's not a foundational black American, mixed race, allegedly from somewhere else. Got a lot of different things going on with Barack Obama. I might have to direct you guys to another source of information, but yes, you need to look up him. And then, like I said, Kamala Harris and her history and how she was raised, her ethnic history. She's not black. That was debunked. So if you all keep doing this whole color thing, having to look at color, and it literally gets you nowhere. Philadelphia is the same ghetto it has been for more than 60 years. Democrats are the party of the slave masters. They have these people in these urban ghettos, which are equivalent to the little houses in the back, the little slave houses, except they're all crammed together in this tight urban high rise. What's the difference? Government dependent, terrible schools where the kids can't read and write. And wasn't that against the law at one time for Black slaves not to be able to read and write? You're not supposed to do that? Yeah, that's what's going on. And I want you guys to see that they are using they're emotionally manipulating us to be just caught up in this skin color game to get a vote. And see, if they really wanted to do something, Barack Hussein Obama, when you had the Senate and the House, and you had 2 terms and did nothing, but you did everything for the alphabet mafia, a lot of people were ticked off about that. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hey guys, so I know it's time to move forward, and we have a new president now, and it's been 2 presidents since President Obama, but it's still some unanswered questions that I have as being a Black woman that voted for him 2 terms. I'm a Republican now, but my question is why? Why would a Black man who is married with 2 daughters come into the White House like that and push that LGBTQ agenda so strong? That's what I'm saying. That's what I don't understand. When Clinton was president, y'all, I was young. I do not remember us having a battle with men trying to go in the women's restroom like that until he became president and made it, signed it into law. Nobody was on that. When you think about it, nobody was on that. Like we know people gay, we accept transgender, we was accepting that, but nobody was pushing for them to come into the restroom with the women. Why would President Obama come in there and push that like that? A man that's married with 2 daughters on himself. Why would he come in and push for the men to walk in the restrooms with women when you have 2 daughters? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. He was a plant or something. What was his agenda? Why did they put him in there? What did he do? Okay, Obamacare, and then it was some kind of Frank bill, dealing with fair markets and stuff like that, and it was other stuff. But you guys, the mark that he left and the stuff that he was doing, and then people was talking that was years ago. He been gone. Yeah, slavery been gone, but y'all still bringing it up to the people who had nothing to do with it today. So y'all got to stop picking and choosing. Just stop picking and choosing. You can't pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, okay, I want to still talk about slavery, and that happened years ago. And then when people talk about President Obama, he been out. Yeah, slavery been out. Nobody's a slave today, and you're still talking about it. And you're still trying to blame white people today. The people who have nothing to do with it. I want somebody put it in the comments and let me know where a person that owns slaves live at today. I would like to interview that person. I know a lot of people would.
About the people that feel like, Obama, he actually did do things for Black people. You personally, do you believe that?
I mean, I would need them to really give me a list of what they're talking about, because it's not something that I can see outwardly or just I can put my finger on something. I know he did for the alphabet people, but I can't name anything other than he gave Black people hope in the beginning when he first became president. See now little Black boys can believe I can do it too. That hope that, I could become president now. Before him, they didn't believe it was possible. Just they were selling to us of why we should be so happy that he was the president. Yet he did what Black people love, right? And what we love is he made us feel good. That's all he did for Black people. He made us feel good because we believed, and it's crazy how I say, Kamala not Black. Obama's probably less Black than Kamala, with his white mama living in Hawaii, and you know what I mean? All of this Saturo he had going on.
Why not target the African American community? Why not say then, this is for you? This is for African Americans. If there was a banking crisis, then you target money for the banks. If there was a national disaster, you target your money for the national for disaster relief.
That's not how America works. We want to give those young people and young Native Americans like them the support they deserve. We have to invest in them and believe in them and love them.
Why not target the African American community? Why not say then, this is for you. This is for African Americans.
That's not how America works.
President Barack Obama has begun new initiatives aimed at helping young American Indians or Native Americans overcome the many challenges they face, from poverty to substance abuse.
Why not target the African American community? Why not say then, this is for you. This is for African Americans.
That's not how America works. And few have been more marginalized and ignored by Washington for as long as Native Americans, our first Americans.
Why not target the African American community? Why not say then, this is for you. This is for African Americans.
That's not how America works.
So there you have it. Barack Hussein Obama. Yeah, he gonna have us the black president. And that old Sambo Jesse Jackson crying during the inauguration, just a crying during the speech, just crying. Oh, it's such a wonderful moment. But yes, he was just, like one lady said, was he a plant? Was he a plant? Was Barack Hussein Obama a plant? Kamala Harris, well, they tried with her. She just really couldn't cut the mustard. She just, see, black people, we love black people. Somebody says got some black in them somewhere in the corner pocket somewhere, like Kamala Harris don't really have any. And we like someone to make us feel good and be able to be an excellent orator, like MLK, Barack Obama. I still don't explain why y'all like Kamala Harris, because she wasn't even good at that. But see where I'm getting? Democrats use color. They're going to have somebody of color on their presidential ticket, or a female. And they're going to say this person got a black grandmama or grandfather from way back somewhere if they're not visibly black from looking at them. That's how they do. And they get us all emotional, and then we're dumb enough to go and vote for these people. And you see they don't do anything for our neighborhoods. And you saw that last clip, but that's not how America works. And you're doing all this for Native Americans, and black people voted for you in a clip of 98%. But I will say we need to stop looking at people to do stuff for us. Just stop it, because that's clearly not going to happen. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, select all notifications. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, the United States of America, and march on, warriors.